Yo, what's up trainers, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're gonna be using Talonflame in the Great League Remix. Why? Because I think it's sort of like a hidden gem with the current meta, where there are a lot of steel types, especially we are hunting for the Alone and Sandslash. So without further ado, this is going to be a quick video for today. Let's hop into these matches, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to react as well if you have got something nice to say. So in the first match, our opponent is core broken right at the start by the Talonflame with the Ferrothorn and then the safe swap of the Toxic Rogue, and obviously we can just stay in and go for these flame charges, and we should be in a very decent spot. So I'm just gonna shoot up this move. They bait with the sludge with the mud bomb, which is fine, but we still have the opportunity to just go and ramp up our damage. Go for another flame charge. They have to shield if they want to do something back, and we can just easily commit to the farm down after this one, because we are 2 stages buff right now, meaning that we will be able to farm down and almost leave with a Brave Bird loaded, and there's basically nothing in this whole meta that wants to take this Brave Bird, especially when we have 2 buffs on our attack. Now let's see, do they survive? Of course, it's a Toxic pack, but still that does so much damage, and right now we don't even have to go for the wild charge anymore. I can just straight away go for the body slam, just to get this thing as low as we can, and we even get the farm down. So if this game wasn't over already, this game is so over right now, because there's just nothing they can do, right? We got all the answers for it in the back, with the Talonflame, but especially with the Scrafty as well. But my opponent doesn't recognize it just yet, but they recognize now. I think they just want to let the power whip to bully me a bit. So next game we got another positive lead for us, Toxic Rogue on the lead, and they say swap into a Dragonair, and honestly I don't have the greatest response or a hard counter against the Dragonair, so I'm just gonna come in with my double, and as you can see that does so much damage, adding up with the fast move of course of the Shadow Dragon Breath. That is going to hurt and add up, so I'm just gonna go for the body slam spam, the way double works, right? Just click and get that body slam spam out of there, and as you can see they actually decide to double shield here, which is a bit unfortunate. So now I cannot go into my Talonflame, I was about to say, because then I have to double shield, but that's actually what I'm gonna do in this match. So I maybe should have went into the Scrafty and just commit to the farm down, taking one move and then probably shield. But now we have to commit or use both shields in this matchup, but we will leave with a lot of energy. I'm just gonna go for the flame charge, because we will get the farm down anyways after this, and they won't reach, and we will buff our attack once more, and they don't want that to happen. So they actually swap into a quick attack Diggersby, which is obviously the moveset which I would be running as well in this meta, due to the fact that there are a lot of flyers of course, and with the quick attack you just have a very nice matchup against some of those where you will be putting a lot of stab damage. And here they go for the Earthquake. I have to go for the Foul Play to take them out, otherwise they will reach another move, which is unfortunate, and actually this puts me in a not too bad, not too okay spot, to be honest, because right now I have to go for 2 moves at this point, and here even a Mud Bomb would be doing so much damage that afterwards they can farm me down with the Dragonair. As you can see, if I went for another fast move, I think we would have still been taken out by the Dragon Breath. So that's well played by my opponent. GG's there. So next game, so we swipe up and we go to the next game. We got another positive lead. I'm telling you, Talonflame really worked out for me in this game, and they actually come in with a Mandibuzz. So I decided to stay in this matchup a bit too long, but it's okay because we load up on a lot of energy, and right now with the damage we just did from the Incinerate, I think 1 body slam and a wild charge will be enough to take them out. So not too bad to stay in that matchup for a while, because now we do also have the Brave Bird loaded, which is really nice for the end game. And here they just gonna allow and go for the move and let that go. And now let's see, we're gonna go for the wild charge. Do they respect the damage? They don't, because usually they don't really expect it, but they live on 1 HP. So at this point I'm just gonna let this go, because yeah, there's no point of me shielding that one, and commit to the farm down. Now whatever they have in the back is probably not going to like either a Brave Bird or a Flame Charge, so we're gonna take advantage of the fact that we have so much energy stored. and I'm just gonna go for flame charges all the way. I'm just gonna ramp up my damage as much as I can, and I have a very high ranked Scrafty, so I'm thinking that if we go straight power up punch in the end game, even with a shield advantage, I should be able to win this game just because I have more HP than my opponent. Where the IVs are actually gonna come in clutch as well. And here I expect them to go for the Icy Wind, and they actually allow us to get to this move. I thought they would outpace me, but honestly this works out for us very nice. And now we're just gonna go for another Incinerate, and it doesn't go through. But I want to get rid of this thing, so I think I will just Incinerate or shield up once and then commit to that farm down, which we get by the Incinerate. And now it's just going straight for the power up punch as soon as we get there, ramping up our attack. And as I said before, I got a very high ranked Scrafty, so in these matchups I don't want to play into CMP but go for that extra. And also it just gives me like the security that I know I got the shield, I'm gonna use it right now. We will get to the pop, and that will be enough to take out our opponent before they take us out. And yeah, that's going to be a GG. Well, very well played to my opponent, but we take those GGs. Alrighty, swipe, and we go to the next one. So in the next match we got Cresselia. Obviously the whole moveset is going to be resisted, so very positive matchup for us. But the fact that they stay in tells me that whatever's going to be in the back is also weak against my Talonflame. So I'm probably gonna use a shield in this matchup just to make sure that we preserve a lot of HP on the Talonflame. And also if they are running Future Sight, which you see sometimes nowadays in this meta, even though it's not very helpful in most matchups, we're gonna shoot up that move anyways, and it was only a Moonblast, so now we can just easily let the move go through and commit to this farm down where we will have a lot of energy, or one Incinerate I think, yeah, and they actually have a Carbing. So now I'm just gonna instantly swap out into our double to make sure that whatever they have in the back is going to come out, and is actually going to be a fighter, which is fine because that's exactly what this double should be doing, luring out those fighters and making sure that we can either get rid of it or get it very low. And they commit to the farm down here, which is perfect, because now we are in a tough decision, so it's not perfect, but it's alright. I'm just gonna call a bait, and they actually went for the bait, which is a huge mistake, and this actually sets up a win con for us, because now because of that last Incinerate, this is a range where we will be able to farm them down, and hopefully we are able to win this game. I'm not feeling too confident obviously because they still have the Moonblast to one-shot us, but those rock throws are doing absolutely no damage. So I'm trying to throw at good alignment, on good timing all the time, making sure that they don't get an extra rock throw through. Now let's see if we did it on this one. I think we did. We might throw in good timing, but anyways, I decided also to go straight pop. I needed all the energy or all the attack buffs on my fast move, and I shield here, and I decided to, and it was actually the Moonblast, so that was a very good shield by us. And now I'm actually going to bait because we are buffed 2 stages. They might think we're gonna go for the foul play, which they do, but I'm not gonna go for the foul play. I'm just gonna go straight for pops all the way. And now we actually beat up this Carbink, which is insane. Honestly, I was thinking we were gonna lose this game, but or this end game matchup, but we actually take that one down. Honestly, this game would have been different obviously if that was a fully excelled Carbink, but that was a nice game for sure that we take those. So another matchup, another match, Scrafty against Carbink obviously, and we've seen this matchup before, so we know what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna ramp up my attack as much as we can, but this time it's not going to work as good as it did in the last match, because it's a different scenario, right? We have 2 shields, so in general I should be able to just well, shield twice and then just go for the farm them all the way down. But here they actually bait with a rock slide, and that brings them into a position where I should have went for the foul play probably here, just to make sure that we get the knockout and that they won't get to another move. But this allows them to actually bait and then get to the Moonblast, which is unfortunate because now I have to go down to shields. But things are still not over because we will be able to maybe output a lot of damage, because this foul play is like 3 stages buffed, which is still going to do a lot of damage obviously. Now let's see, this almost does like 50% damage, or 60% I should say. And at this point, I'm just gonna aggressively swap into my Talonflame, making sure that they don't get the farm down, because I don't want them to leave with a superpower, so that they can snipe. And I think they're one off against from the superpower in this scenario. So I'm hoping that whatever the strategy they are doing or thinking of right now, they're gonna double shield their Stunfisk. And if they do so, which they do here, this opens the door for me to basically farm up again enough energy on the Stunfisk, and then maybe get a catch on my Scrafty by catching the superpower. That's the only win con I see right now. And we have Wild Charge, obviously, which is going to be 4 times resist or something like that, so we don't want to throw that. If we had Payback, that would have been more advantageous. And here we get the catch where I was just talking about. This is game changing. We were in a losing position, and now this is going to actually win us the game, because we're gonna throw the body slam straight away, making sure that we don't get any extra counter damage on us, and we're gonna get rid of that buzz wall. And now we need 2 more body slams to win this game. They're almost energy dry, so they need 2 more mud bumps to win this game as well. Now let's see who is going to outpace to this final game, or in this final game, to the final move. And we have the body slam stored. I think we will win CMP, because this is not going to be enough to KO right now, and we win CMP, as you can see. So that was actually a very close match in the end game. Even though we got 2 shields down, we were still able to win. So that was a crazy game, looking back at it. And that's going to be it for the video. Hope you trainers enjoyed this one. Honestly, I think Talonflame is a really strong pick for this meta, especially with all the Sand Slashes. We didn't see any of them today, but they did showcase, I think, that Talonflame is a secret hidden gem right now, because there's just a lot of Pokemon right now that don't do very well or that good against the Talonflame, others than maybe the Quagsires, for example, and maybe some other Mud Boys, which I can't think of right now. But honestly, Talonflame, try it out right now. And without further ado, this is going to be it for the video today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you trainers in the next video.